Now it's a lot of strawberries and something that is just aided by the yeast, and then you have to change, and you have, but it's cloudy. What's happening here? The other one is totally clean, but orange juice is clean, it's cloudy. The natural orange juice, and you drink it, no?
Yes.
And Fanta, no. It's different. History, as you can see, is very important on this area. Our philosophy is working with the indigenous grapes on a traditional way and low intervention wines. It means that all the wines that we make are without sulfites, no yeast, no nothing added, and not unfiltered too. On traditional way, because, for example, we use the chestnut barrel, the typical wood that you can find on this area because we have no oak here. And as sustainable as possible. All the state is organic, but I think that we are going farther because we are practicing regenerative agriculture. That is something that goes farther than the organic farming. That it's trying to have alive soils, and the soil has the capacity to feed the vines by itself. We are producing huge range of wines, about 30 different wines, and we make sparklings, still wines, more or less macerated. We make vermouth, sweet wines, and we make some beer too with grape ale with grape juice, and it's quite varied. Ale. Yes, a grape ale is a style of beer that is fermented with grape juice, with not the cereal juice. It's fermented with grape juice.
That's interesting.
Well, something fun. Something fun. The winery is very small. That's the winery, and every barrel is different wine too. This is the barrel we use, chestnut barrel, more than 500 liters, 500 to 1,000 liters, depends on the cuvée. And we make some wines in amphora too, as you can see. That's an amphoras that we use. The amphora is not traditional from here, but this amphora is made by a friend who lives here in the mountains, and we use it. We started making wine in amphora in 2014, or 15, sorry. But just to try what was happening, and we use the amphoras to make a rosé, Sumoll rosé, and then to age Xarel. Now, this harvest has been difficult, very dry period. We lost about 80% of the grape that we need to make the wine, but that's it.
How's the quality of the grapes?
The quality is really good. Yeah. The quality is not a problem this harvest. We had a really good quality and good balance between acidity, sugars, and everything. But the quantity very low. As you can see, we are making some proof with demi-joans too. There's a Xarel taste in demi-joans. Something
nice.
Different. There are some of the wines that we make, not all of them, but all the wines we make. And we are more, as I told you, we just work with indigenous grapes. And we have a lot of Xarel, we have a Macabeo too, and the reds, the reds we use mostly Monastrell and Sumoll. But if we have to define the wines, they are quite easy wines, not high alcohol, and looking for the freshness from all of them, and for the reds too. And this is the reason why we make the reds always with a little bit of white. We add white grape or white wine to the reds. Well, all the labels are very different, and all of them has a sense, and most of them are made by someone in the family, my daughter, my wife, or me.
Amazing. Lovely.
Then, as I told you, we make the pet nuts. We make 7 different pet nuts. As you can see,
Yes.
all of them are here. We make a sparkling fermented with the grape juice. Double fermentation, but the second fermentation is made by grape juice, with the same grape juice of the wine. Rosé, more or less macerated. We make orange wines too. 3 or 4 orange wines with Macabeo, with Xarel, with Malvasia de Sitges, and with red Xarel too.
And maybe you could tell a bit the story how you started winemaking.
Oh, I think that in my case, I had all I needed to make wine. I had the state, I had the tradition, and I had the passion and the friends, no? And then this is the reason why I started, no? Because I love the wine and I had everything. Wasn't difficult for me because I had the more important for us as the vineyards. Good vineyards like this, planted 70 years ago, parellada, indigenous grapes, and then we had what we think that we needed. No? And on the way we work, the more important is the grape, because if you don't add nothing, you have to have a good grape, no? Very expressive, because as I told you, we are adding yeast, we are adding sulfites, but then we need a good grape, a good balance on the grape, a good taste, flavors in the grape. Then you need the vineyards. This is the reason why our focus always is on farming on the state. Is where we invest more time. About 90% of our time is invested on the state. As you can see, this you can feel the dry season. No? Few leaves, small sticks on the plants. This year has been very difficult.
Maybe you could tell about the grape varieties that you cultivate, that you grow.
See, we cultivate mostly white grapes. Grapes that we cultivate in bigger surface are Macabeo and Xarel and parellada. But then in whites we have white Grenache, we have Malvasia de Sitges, we have Sumoll Blanc, we have Forcada, and then in reds we have Sumoll, Monastrell. We have a little bit of Merlot too. That is an old vineyard that we have there that we have, yeah. And we have Moneu, and then we have red Xarel, that is a grey grape. Maybe you taste it in Partida Creus. Red Xarel is cartoixà vermell.
Yes.
It's the same. In this area, Xarel is known as cartoixà, and in the north of Barcelona is known as pansa blanca. But this Xarel, all of them. Another of the characteristics of the area, as you can see, on the top of the mountain there's a castle. Can you see the castle there?
Yeah, I think I see something small on top.
Yeah. On the clouds, on the top there's a castle. And this is an area that is full of castles because if we look, there's another one on top of the mountain. And the reason is because this area was a border between the Muslim and Catholic kingdom for 100 of years. And this is the reason why it's full of castles. When the Peninsula Iberica was occupied by the Muslims, this area was a fight area always. They lived, and this is the reason why they are full of castles. The Muslims never arrived to Barcelona, never go across the Llobregat River, but on this area there was a fight area where sometimes when they were friends, they commerce, no? They buy and sell things, but then they were mostly fighting for the area.
How long have you been doing wine?
Me? Yeah. From 2009. Me from 2009, but I started very slowly in 2009, doing just one cuvée, another one, just making proofs about do I make a sparkling, do I make still wines, just trying to experiment. Yeah. Experiment a little bit. That's an example of the pen nuts we make. It's from Harvest 2022 and is a blend of 3 grapes, Macabeo, Xarel and Sumoll.
Very nice.
Very nice.
But I think that's the future, because the conventional wine here in Spain is just drunk by the old people that are dying.
Yes.
Are dying, all of them. But all the young people, if you go to Barcelona, all the new restaurants, all the new interesting restaurants opening,
Yeah,
all of them has.
But this is happening already on the site where we live, in the Baltic.
All the people was against natural wine.
Yeah.
These wines are
Yeah.
no problem. No.
Yeah, very nice.
Maybe you can have some of the, sometimes you can find a little bit of BA, but a little bit. No, it's not really just
Yeah,
BA.
sometimes it's even nice when you have it.
But I think that sometimes it's good.
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes it gives a nice acidity to the wine.
But maybe to start drinking this type of wines is not good, especially if you are a conventional wines drinker.
Yeah, of course,
No?
exactly.
Always a lot of strawberries and something that is just aided by the yeast, and then
It's
you have your
totally
chef to
different.
change, and you have, oh, what, it's cloudy, what's happening here?
Yeah.
The other one is totally clean, but orange juice is clean, it's cloudy.
Yeah.
The natural orange juice, and you drink it, no?
Yes.
And Fanta, no. It's different. A Pim Pam is originally labeled wine, and is a blend of all the white grapes that we grow. It means that contains 7 white grapes, and it's a wine of wine. It's a wine that we are making during all harvest every day, adding new grape juice into a tank, and becomes Pim Pam. And the rosé is the same that the white, but adding a little bit of Sumoll. But it's make like a claret. Yeah? When the wines are done, a part goes for the Pim Pam Pink, and we add a little bit of red Sumoll. And the other is the white one.
Pim Pam Pink.
Ping pong.
Pim Pam and Pim Pam
love
Pink. We make the sparkling too.
Also, it's not a lot of bottles that you produce, yeah? 12,000 of this one?
Yeah, we produce per year about 40,000 bottles, no more. Then this is a blend of all the white grapes. It's from the harvest 2022, the last harvest. It's a harvest available now, right now. But it's very easy, not a lot of alcohol, fruity.
I like the aftertaste.
I love it.
And every day is going better and better. These wines need some time.
Yes.
And it's the reason why for 2020 we grown a lot to try to sell the wines as late as possible and to have the bottles sometimes with us. No? And now we started with 2022 of the Pim Pam, because before we usually bottle on March, and on May no Pim Pam, sold out, no? And we produce it more, and now we are starting with the harvest. This is the reason how the wines are better than on March than when we bottle. Need some time. And from other wines, this is a rosé, and the rosé is 2022, the sparkling, but the other sparklings that we are selling now is 2021. We are aging. We have 2021 that we are degorging, and we have 2022 that will be sold out, and 2023 that all waiting for here in the winery.
Okay.
All the pet nuts, we are degorging the pet nuts. When we have orders, for example, we have always 10, 15 cases ready for picking to Barcelona for a restaurant. Yeah, 1, 2 cases, 1 case, we have it ready. But bigger orders we prepare when we have an order, because it means that all the wine is always aging with the lees. No? Sometimes you aren't so fast as you would like, no? But we can plan.
I like this one.
Yeah, this is one of the more successful wines we have, by the glass, and
Yes.
very easy. I always say the same, that we are making wines for everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a work behind, and it's not an industrial process. It's very manual and has a cost, no?
Yes,
But I
of
think
course.
that these wines, everyone can buy a bottle. Maybe not every day, because every day is too much, no? But it's a price where when everybody can buy it. The reality is that there are a lot of people making wine that aren't farmers. It's a sommelier in Barcelona that knows a farmer, knows a winery, and is making the wine. And I don't know if you are looking for it, but you have to just look at this and I know what is it, or what is behind the bottle. No?
Yeah.
I think that all the customers that we have, or which we work, we meet all of them.
Okay.
Oh, that's important.
All of them came here, minimum one time. But all of them, it means that from Canada, from USA, from Japan, from Korea, from France, Italy, UK, Germany.
In Europe.
For me, it's very important, and I used to go once a year. In Europe, I used to go once a year to visit them, to share some time with the customers, to make a tasting, or to just to enjoy and to try to understand every market, every market, to meet every people.
Oh, so good.
That's the same, the Pim Pam, with a little bit of Sumoll, about 12% of red wine of Sumoll.
I like it.
Nice.
See, it's on the same style, eh? Light, fruity, nothing strange, no? In the wine. Drinkable,
Very good.
by the glass for everybody.
It's
It's a wine for everybody, and
You just
everybody
enjoy it,
who
right?
doesn't drink natural wines, they can drink it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
Very
something
easy.
that we're looking for.
This is a Xarel. This one is 2022. Now we are starting with this vintage because 2021 is sold out, and we are just starting now with this. That's a Xarel, the Xarel in inox, macerated 4 days, skin contact 4 days, and that's all. A static maceration. We have a Xarel that we can taste later from the winery that is macerating yet, and that we are gonna press on December.
And you work 0-0. No.
All of them, yeah, always. At the moment, yes. In the future, I don't know what. Now, at the moment, yes.
Depends on the climate change,
And-
maybe, or how.
No, I think that's not a problem in the climate change. We started working with 0-0 sulfites, and I think that's possible to make wines with 0-0 sulfites, and especially if you have the capacity to have the bottles a little bit of time with you. When you find volatile acidity in a wine, never the wine got it on the bottle. The volatile acidity comes from before bottling the wine. The volatile acidity was before bottling the wine. And if it appears in the bottle, it's because the wine wasn't dry, there was sugar, and there was bacteria on this wine, and this is the reason why you can find it. No? But never appears the volatile acidity in a bottle, always in the tank, and goes from before. In my experience,
That's interesting.
the wines usually are getting better in the bottle, not getting worse. But there's a moment that are getting better, and there's a moment that start dying. No, depends on the acidity, depends on the grape, and depends on all this. But the wines I tasted from the 3 years before bottling, the wines are getting better and better. Okay, that's a Xarel from another plot, no? And 2021. This one here we have a longer maceration, 1 week, and then it's fermented in inox, and it's aged 5 months in amphora, and then in bottle. 2021, it means that has been more than 1 year in bottle now. Here we are going further. You will see that it's more intense.
Not a lot of color.
No, because Xarel is not getting a lot of color.
Smoky.
You like it?
Older, 2021.
Herby.
It's one of the characteristics of the Xarel.
Very herby.
The bitterness, the acidity, and the Mediterranean herbs like the fennel.
Yeah, fennel.
But here we have higher
Rosemary.
intensity, high intensity than the inox one.
Yes, it's very, very nice.
Longer see, this is more gastronomic, this is more gastronomic. With the time drinking this type of wines, at last, these wines have the magic that you can see the people that's behind the bottle, and you can arrive to see the vintage, you can arrive to see the state, you can arrive to see the soil, you can arrive to see how is it made, no? If it's clean, the winery, not cleaning. I think that's something that happens with this type of wines.
Yes.
And that's the signature of everybody, no?
Yeah.
We've seen like very different ones, I can tell you, like very different ones, from big ones to like as in the garage, as super popular, and they all are so different, but it's really not, it doesn't say nothing about like taste of the wine. I mean, they can do like super little, like they put the hands and everything, and the wine is gonna be wow. They can be very big, and the wine is gonna be, you know. So it's I mean, it's different.
Bueno, sometimes these wines have a lot of soul.
Yes. So
this
is what I meant.
Yeah, because in a big winery, there's a lot of people involved, but sometimes with no the passion or with no the roots on the soil. Macabeo in chestnut barrel.
The chestnut is, then they don't have a smell of the barrel, right?
No, it's something that you get a faster evolution with the chestnut because the grain is bigger than the oak, and it's not giving wood and tasting, not flavors of wood. Here we can feel the VA a little bit. In Macabeo, it's more usual, especially when you open the bottle. But not in the mouth, not in the taste. No?
Even on the nose, I wouldn't say that it's
A little bit.
Just
a
like-
little bit.
But this one is amazing. It's even buttery.
This one is, but yes, it's true that it has a little bit of BA first time on the mouth, but it's not on the. In this case, I think that's the BA fits well to the wine because Macabeo is not a very acid wine, and the BA is refreshing. The wine that has a big volume too. I think that we can feel peach here.
Peach.
A lot of peach. And this is the Macabeo. The Macabeo and the Xarel was the first wines we made on 2012, and from 2012 we made always. The label is made by my wife that she pints, and this label is made by her. Here we have longer maceration, chestnut. It's something that is like adding more inputs to the wine in this case. It's one of my favorite wines.
Yeah, I would say, like, I just wanted to say that, you know, from this one was my favorite, and this one.
But maybe because you're advanced, the drinker of natural wines, and me too.
Oh, really?
But for everybody, for sure, that the sparkling and the pim pams. For the people that doesn't know nothing about natural wines. For me, as much extensive, much work behind.
Yeah.
This one is top now from what.
This one is one of my favorites.
Wow.
It's Macabeo. Macabeo is not easy to find Macabeo wines here because the people is not making wines with Macabeo.
Okay.
But we have good plots to do it, and for me it's very interesting.
Oh, I love the label.
This label has a surprising history behind because it's the name of the wine is La Extraña Parella, that means odd couple, and the reason is because it's a wine in a co-planted vineyard with Sumoll and Malvasia de Sitges. Malvasia de Sitges is a grape that's just grown in Sitges, where you are, and Sumoll is a grape that just grown inside. And we have a co-planted vineyard, and this is the reason why it's an odd couple, because it's a strange couple, no? Two grapes very different, but in a single plot, and co-planted and co-macerated and co-fermented. As you know, we have the Pim Pam, and I received an email 3 years ago. I'm from people from Glasgow, and they sent me. I don't remember the name, but Paul Smith, the owner of Pim Pam Creative. The owner of Pim Pam Creative, and I thought, wow, I'm using the brand, they are Pim Pam Creative, I have a problem. And they continue. We tasted your Pim Pam wine in London. The thing is getting worse and worse. And we are very excited about you have a wine called Pim Pam, and we want to make you a present. We would love to design a label for your wines, and they designed this label from Haute Couple. They interpreted it like Haute Couple. And then I discovered that they They are the people who are designing the labels for Catalan and all the best whiskey makers in Scotland. And they made it for free. Every year I send them 2 cases of the wine.
Wow.
And that's all. It's something magic from the wine.
No, this is magic.
Just happens.
Okay.
And that's our couple. Short maceration. Malvasia is a very aromatic grape. I don't know if you know.
Yeah.
But there's different Malvasias.
Sí, but
And
here
slow-
the more
slow.
interesting for me is Malvasia de Sitges. You know the history from the Malvasia de Sitges?
No.
The Malvasia de Sitges is a grape that just grown in Sitges and was used to make fortified wines. This grape used to make fortified wines to export to South America on cycle 19th, when the Spanish sent a lot of wine to America, and they produced the Malvasia to make fortified wines. And the reason is the name is Malvasia de Sitges because just there was this grape in Sitges. And what has happened is Sitges is a very touristic city. And with the touristic boom, the people start taking off all the vineyards of Malvasia de Sitges and disappeared all the vineyards except one vineyard. And this vineyard didn't disappear because the owner was a very rich man that has a house in the middle of on Sitges, and the vineyard is close to this house. The vineyard is inside Sitges, no? And this man told to the mayor, "Hey, I'm gonna give you my house to build a hospital for the old people from the village if you keep the vineyard running. If you stop making wine on this vineyard, my sons are gonna own the property." And then the city never stopped making the wine. And this is the reason why we have Malvasia de Sitges yet. It's very light, it's a little bit reduced, but Malvasia is a reductive grape. But these are red for summer, for spring. I always drink a little bit cold, like this. Very easy. Beautiful color.
It's a beautiful color, yes.